Mod Your Guitar in association with Seymour Duncan and Aria Distribution.
Hello, I'm Simon Croft and I'd like to welcome you to the launch of the all-new Hot Mod Your Guitar series, which starts this month in Play Music magazine. Also online we've got not one, not two, but 3 videos for you to get stuck into. This is the first one. It shows you how to take the electrics out of a Fender Strat. The second one shows you how to shield the cavities so that you don't get extraneous noise from your guitar. And then on the third one we're going to have a 3-strat shootout to compare the tones with different electrics installed. And that's just the beginning. Also, we've got about 30 pages of informational PDFs online that you can download or print out and use as a reference source. Anyway, off we go. To protect the guitar from damage, I've put an old blanket on the bench. The neck rest is just the polystyrene block from a guitar packing case, which I've covered in bubble wrap. Another good tip is to get one of these plastic food trays, so that as you take the guitar apart you've got somewhere to put all the bits. It makes things much easier when you come to put the guitar back together again. The best way to take the strings off the guitar is to slacken them first, then cut through them with side cutters, or wire cutters as they're also known. Once you've got the bulk of the strings off the machine heads, then you've got 6 short strings with clean ends that will easily pass through the holes in the vibrato block. As I've got to take the back plate off anyway, I'm going to take that off now. Actually I cheated and took 5 of the screws out earlier, so here goes the last one. Now I can push the strings through, and it's one more thing I can get out of the way so they can't scratch the guitar. On most Fender Strats, the earth wire is soldered to the vibrato string claw around here. You can unsolder it up, but I prefer not to have a hot soldering iron when I'm taking an instrument apart. So I'm just going to cut it close to the end of the wire. In the same way, you can take the jack socket out and cut the wires close to where they are soldered. There we are, another part for the parts tray. I always find it a good idea to guide the screwdriver with my thumb. That way there's less chance of it slipping and making a mess of the finish. I've had some of these scratch plate screws out already, but while I'm taking out the rest I'll give you the heads up on the difference between taking apart a 21 fret and a 22 fret Strat. Because the extra fingerboard overhangs the scratch plate, you nearly always need to take the neck off, whereas there's no need with a 21 fret. This one's a 22 fret, so I'm going to have to do it. I could possibly have done it earlier, but there you go. Okay, that's the neck off, which I'll put to one side. And now I'll lift the scratch plate off, which as you can see has come away cleanly. Now I'm going to show you how to get the controls off the plate. This is a metal PCI slot cover from a computer. It cost me nothing and it's handy for getting the knobs off Strats without marking them. The handles on old forks are quite good too, or a steel rule if the knobs are really tight to the plate and you need something thin to lift them with. Now I'm removing the pots with a ring spanner. I got these as a set of 3 from a pound shop. A small adjustable spanner is a good alternative and it's less likely to slip than a pair of pliers. I'm now unscrewing the pickups, and that's all I need to do before I start screening the control cavities for the quietest performance. That's the next video in the sequence. Then the third video sees me load some new pickups for a 3-Strat shootout.